want, just be yourself. If people don't like it, if you're being yourself, fuck them.
It's Big Los,
Hollywood Kev.
and I feel like this is about to be a long episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
Welcome to another episode of The Noize on Heart Radio.
Mm-hmm. We got to say that literally like every time.
Every time, and I realized we missed it last time.
No, I don't think, did we?
Yeah. Well, I guess I did since I always do
We
the
did,
intro.
yeah, we did.
Yeah, so my bad. It's Heart.
You
gang,
bitch.
gang. First of all, we apologize that the show is coming out late.
Yep.
You know, I'm sure you got the notification that's coming out on the Monday. I already got the text messages.
And that's my
where's
fault.
the show.
And that's my fault. I fell asleep.
Yep.
I'm be honest. I fell asleep. I was waiting, and next thing I know is 11 p.m.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
my bad. Sorry, ear hustlers. It's my bad.
I mean, it happens to the best of us. I've been in the position before. But I wouldn't even like already sleep. I'll just say, you know what? This is about to happen. Sleep.
That wasn't my
I
intention.
edit this shit tomorrow.
That wasn't my intentions. My intentions was, all right, got to do the show. Shit, it's 11 o'clock.
Yep, sure was. And you know what's funny? We was actually sitting back and waiting for you to come. And once we realized that wasn't happening, I cracked open the Loco, rolled up. I was like, this nigga ain't coming. It's cool. It's fine. Oh, man. So back to this week. Before we get into all of the what the fucks, there's nothing else to really call them. Before we get into that, we want to say rest in peace to Linkin Park's frontman Chester Bennington, and also John Hurt, the father from Home Alone.
Oh, yeah.
He also passed
yesterday?
away. No. It wasn't yesterday. Shit, when was it? It was a couple days ago. It wasn't too long ago.
Days. Okay, I must
Yeah.
have just heard about it yesterday.
Yeah, definitely want to say rest in peace to those gentlemen. Chester's a little more, well, they're both relatable because, you know, you got the father from Home Alone and everybody was familiar with the Home Alone movies. Chester Bennington, low-key, was a lot of black people's introduction into rock music.
Yeah, I can agree with you on that.
You know, so Linkin Park, you know, of course, they're not really a staple in the black community, but they're definitely present. You know, a lot of black people mess with Linkin Park. So rest in peace to those two gentlemen. You know what I've never understood? People have been going off on social media about him committing suicide. Like, they're saying it's weak. They're saying it's a cop-out. Like, they're like legit just straight disowning the fact that my man is dead.
See, and I can only assume he suffered from depression.
Yeah, and he's been depressed for quite some time. Like, there was a bunch of interviews that came out where he was just talking about it, just being real.
Okay, let's. Well, we're gonna end up spending a little bit more time than what we wanted to, but since we're here, fuck it. Let's give you a little bit on Hollywood Kev. I suffer from depression.
Right.
I want to say in 2009, thought about doing the unthinkable. Only thing that saved me was my daughter. When I hear people say, you know, it's weak, it's cowardly, I take it as those people truly don't understand
What depression is, yeah.
You know what I mean? Depression isn't when people take their lives because of depression, they're not doing it to deliberately hurt anybody.
Right. It's consistent pain.
Yeah, it's literally
mentally and emotionally.
It's literally a pain, and it does become a physical type of thing.
Yeah, very true.
It truly does, because you don't eat. You know what I mean? You don't go outside. When I'm having my episodes, I don't do nothing but stay in my room. You know what I mean? And it literally, the best way I can describe it is, at least for me, is when I'm having those episodes, the whole world looks darker than what it usually is. You know what I mean? And again, people that have it even worse than I do, they get to a point where they just want it to stop.
Right.
And they feel the only way for it to stop is because you truly don't see a light at the end of that tunnel.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they feel like the only way for it to stop is for them to not be with us anymore.
Exactly. Is to take their own life.
Exactly. And I don't think it's cowardly. You know what I mean? I just think it got to a point to where this person thought this was the only thing that it can remotely help the situation. He just wanted help. And I've seen videos where he actually cried out, so to speak, for help. You know what I mean? Now,
Yeah, like one of the most recent ones, he says in it, you know, I have a lot of good days, but there are a lot more bad days.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you hit the nail on the head, dude. It's a consistent pain.
Exactly.
It's something that no matter what you do, you can wake up, you can have the best fucking day ever. But it's just that depression just sitting there like, nah, bro. Things are still fucked up.
Yeah,
today's just it's an off day, but everything else is fucked up.
Exactly. And it gets to the point where certain things, like when you come, like for the people like me that has good moments and bad moments, when I'm having good moments, it's certain things I remember from those bad moments that I like. For instance, that Justin Timberlake song, the newest one. Well, it's not that new, but it came out last year. That Can't Stop the Music joint.
Oh, yeah.
It's a phenomenal song. It's a great song. Mm-hmm. I cannot listen to it because it takes me back to how I was feeling when it was out. Mm. So it goes to, it's little things like that
triggers,
for people, little triggers like that for people. So for those people that saying he's cowardly or weak, just get informed on what he was going through.
Right.
You know what I mean? And try to be a little bit more sensitive because that's usually not the case. I'm pretty sure if he felt there was another means, he would have done it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the families are actually seeing all of these cowardice conversations about him. And that shit can't be good for them.
Exactly.
Don't forget, my man, what he had, like 4 or 5 kids or something like that?
Yeah, I think so.
Like he had about 4 or 5 kids. Like they have to see all this conversation about their father. They're still trying to deal with the fact that he's gone.
Exactly.
And how he left.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know, man. I think social media just gives people, and I don't think actually, I know social media gives people this confidence and this.
They're more courageous than what they would
bravery,
be. Yeah.
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? Just because they're behind a keyboard. Mm-hmm. Like you're saying a bunch of shit you will never say to a manic depressant's face.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if he'll take himself out, he'll take you with him.
And not only that, man, sometimes you don't know what could trigger the people. You don't want to be on the bad end of somebody taking out all their frustrations out on.
Oh, yeah.
Physically. You don't want to be on the bad end of that. So for you people that are saying that, just get familiar. You know what I mean? Get familiar with what he was suffering from and what a lot of people suffer from. Probably people in your family that you're neglecting, and try to be a little bit more sensitive. Because like you said, his kids got to see this stuff. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure when they go to school, they like, it sucks.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, I wish his family the best going forward.
I mean, we could have had the doctor step in. I forgot she mental and clinical health therapist and such, but we can't have nobody sounding smarter than us on our show though. That's the only thing that
would kind of make us look bad.
It would make us look a little, like we don't know our shit. Mm-hmm. You feel me? That's why Skylar's never going to come back.
Skylar got to stay far away from this shit.
Stay far away, man. You know what? Being that he has all these freak ass poems in his book, I will not be surprised if he ends up on Pillow Talk Sin in the City.
Oh, I'm expecting that to come.
Speaking of that, good segue. The first episode of Pillow Talk Sin in the City is available online right now on YouTube and Spreaker. We're working on getting it on iHeart, and it'll be on iTunes. Shit, hopefully today. They've been taking forever to approve the shit, which makes sense. But great show. It's about all of the first time getting head, giving head, opposite sex, same sex. There's a lot of shit going on in this show.
So go listen to it.
And you know what? Y'all can no longer talk about me with titties. Because Casey and Truth love them some titties.
We're going to always talk about you and titties.
But it's not just me. I'm not alone in the Beat family anymore.
Okay, but you're the president of the Titty Committee Club.
I don't know. I think this is a new age. It's 2017. Women can be president. I'm gonna get that one to KC.
All right, we'll rock with it then.
We're gonna rock with that exactly. So getting to the fuckery of the week.
It's a lot of fuckery
too. Let's start with the original finesser, O.J. Simpson, Orenthal James Simpson.
He was set up for failure with a name like that.
Bruh, you know what's crazy? What can you truly say is a failure? He killed a white person, killed 2 white people in America.
He didn't get charged for it.
And walked.
He didn't get charged for it.
Now, and then he got
to my knowledge of justice of the law, he is innocent. He didn't do it.
He caught 2 white bodies and got off. And he stole his own shit and got arrested. Was supposed to do 33 years.
Yeah, I think that was total.
It's like 33, 35, one or the other. Did 9.
Yeah.
In America.
And he's a nigger.
And he's a nigger. Nah, he ain't black. He's OJ.
Okay.
But you know what's so crazy? So does that technically change the line? Because he's been finessing white America since he came into the scene.
No, I don't think he's been finessing, so to speak. He's just been really lucky.
We don't get lucky, though.
Shit, OJ does.
Apparently. OJ and Magic Johnson.
Well, if you put it that way, yeah.
Who's doing a phenomenal job with my Lakers, by the way, but continue.
Yeah, I don't think he's finessing, so to speak. I just think, man, the first time he hired the right people, the second time the right person was dead, so he was just too late.
Right.
But I mean, should
sure.
he have really went to jail for the second time though?
Yeah.
Like to steal your shit back?
Well,
and he didn't hold the gun. He was not holding the gun.
With that, I understand what you're saying.
Even the person that they robbed said he shouldn't have went to jail.
But you know the fucked up thing is, as soon as he closed and locked that door, it immediately became a kidnapping case.
Oh well, yeah, that's
immediately, because now you're forced. They can't leave.
That's true.
And then you got all these niggas with you, and they blocking the door, but you're being held against your will.
That's true, but could you say that he's your kidnapper, or is it the person that has the gun that's the kidnapper?
The person that has the gun is.
Did they even do jail time?
More than likely, no. Well, they probably did, but I mean, do you want to see a news report about OJ's homeboy with the gun?
Well, I mean, they do it when they talking about these rappers' bodyguards.
Yeah, because it's rappers. It makes more sense. This is
All
OJ.
I know is OJ was stupid for even getting caught up in this.
Dude, if I beat a murder case with two white people, I ain't coming outside.
I'm not doing nothing.
I'm not doing a damn thing. Me and Grubhub, we gonna be straight. I'm Netflix and chilling every day. I'm not coming outside.
He was stupid. He should have known that anything he did, I don't give a damn if he ran a stop sign, he was going to jail for it.
Nah, he litter and it's over with. He doing 15.
Exactly. He's going to jail for it. But the juice is loose.
Yep. And everybody's talking like, what's going to get him back in prison?
You know what, man? I don't think nothing. I think OJ is going to be out, and he got about 10 years tops before he kicked the bucket.
Nah,
I think so, man.
I don't think so.
I think so. I just see it. That's the way it plays out for him.
Bro, he just did 10 years and came out actually in better shape.
you seen that prison food?
Yeah, I can imagine, but still.
Yeah,
he may have got right in there, man. He probably just added on like another 15 of them things.
I don't think he gonna go back to jail.
I wouldn't be surprised, but I expect him to keep the lowest of profiles ever.
I don't think. Yeah, I expect him to keep a low profile. Only reason I don't think so is because one way or another, you learn when you go through something like that. You know what I mean? Every day for 9 years, waking up to a prison cell. Mm-hmm. I think I have to give him the benefit of the doubt that he learned something from that. And then you coming out and he's expected to have about 40 M's.
That's about to be cake. You know what's so grimy with that? I think they said he gets like $25,000 from his NFL pension.
Yeah,
a month.
It's
either $25,000 or $35,000 a month.
No, it was $25.
$25,000 a month.
But I think they owed him like $600,000.
Yes, and he has back right. He has back pay.
Back pay, then interest.
And now you got, and then he still has to pay back the Goldman family. He owes them some M's for the death of their son and Nicole. Well, the son more so, and they can't touch his pension. So he already said he's gonna give basically some bullshit job to pay them back. Like, bruh, finessed white America.
Yeah, I guess so. If you put it that way, I guess so.
Like, dude, like that you can't touch the only way you're gonna get this money back is going through my NFL pension, something that you can't even touch. So you're gonna garnish my checks no matter where I work at. OJ gonna find the easiest job.
I would find something.
Take this little $800.
Yeah, I would find something where I sit down and I work 3 days a week, if that, 4 hours a day.
He has all the open opportunity to be petty as hell with getting him that money.
How much left does he owe him?
A lot. It's
they ain't gonna get that before he dies.
Yeah, it's definitely because you got to remember, OJ wasn't working before, so you can't garnish his checks. He was literally living off of his pension.
Yeah, they weren't. They ain't gonna get that before he dies.
And by law, they can't touch any of that money.
I'm pretty sure there's a way around it. But knowing OJ, fuck that.
Yeah, right, exactly. The natural born finesse.
And then, not to mention, when he gets out, there's probably going to be a book deal in place.
What else can you write about? I know he already
his time in prison, being OJ.
I know he already did the, if I did it, here's how.
The dumbest book ever.
Hey, but it's OJ.
Yeah, he got away with one.
Bro, he finessed white America.
What's the first? If you spent 9 years in prison, what's the first thing you do when you get out?
Getting some ass.
That shows your character. First thing I'm doing is getting some food.
Nope, getting some ass.
I know that's gonna come like probably later that night. I'm talking first thing I'm doing the moment they drive me out of there. Hey yo, get me some food immediately.
Well, technically, I can get that on the way to the ass. But I know, like, when I get home.
Oh, that's what I was thinking. I was talking about getting that on the way.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like you want to get
no,
home
I
and have
meant
like
that.
a
Like, what's the
legit-ass meal.
first thing you're gonna do is not gonna get some ass. It's gonna be get some food and go to
actually,
the ass.
don't put that past me. I'll fuck on the prison lawn if I could.
Fucking savage.
Not at all. Just get straight.
filthy.
Get straight to the point. I just did 9 years with
Just
hardened criminals.
Filthy.
Some of these niggas tried to do me.
Now I highly doubt they tried to touch OJ like that.
You know what? I heard when they're in the
They by
general
themselves.
population.
They're not in general population.
Was he by himself?
Well, I don't know if OJ was by himself or not. I don't know. He probably could have been that long removed out of celebrity status to be in Gen Pop. But if you're a celebrity, like bona fide celebrity,
Yeah, you're by yourself.
You're in solitude. Even you don't see them at all. Even when you go work out, you're by yourself.
Yeah, you only hear that they're there.
Yeah, you by yourself. So
They had Pac in general pop.
probably before the age of social media. Yeah,
Yeah.
social media changed a lot of that.
Yeah, man. If I was in this position, I wouldn't do shit. I wouldn't go
Oh, no,
outside.
I wouldn't do nothing.
Wouldn't even make long distance calls.
Honestly, I've been found. I would have moved to Canada or something like that.
Oh yeah, I'd have got the fuck about the country. It's
I
time to
would
go.
have. If I can't move to Canada, I would have moved to Hawaii because they so far off from the rest of us that we think they own separate shit anyway.
Getting to the rest of the great week. Let's see what's a hit next.
Shit, it's a lot of shit that's happened this week.
So let me ask you: do you now listen to the song "Let It Burn" differently? Do you look at Confessions differently?
No, because I fucking hate the Confessions.
Whoa, you're one of few.
I didn't hate it when it originally came out because I seen the body of work, but the group of people that were around, they played it so fucking much.
Oh, okay, so they played it till you hated
that
it.
I hate Confessions. I don't want to let shit burn. I don't want to hear about him finding out nothing. I don't want to hear it.
Yo, how much you want to bet when he got that phone call? That old girl was suing for $1.4 million. He really was like, put that on everything. We ain't even got to say if you didn't know, because everybody know at this point. And I can't remember if it's the first chick or the second chick, which is still crazy.
No, the first chick that I heard about was the 1.1 million.
You know, yeah, with her, but I can't remember which one was the bridesmaid.
I don't know.
All right, so apparently it was the first one from Vanna Black. So the first one was the bridesmaid in his wedding.
That's wild.
And the second one, he doubled back to, like, he smashed with a condom, disappeared for like 3 months, came back, hit it again raw, and gave her the itchy.
Now, the second chick, that's the chick that wanted $10 million, right?
Yeah.
The only thing that, and again, I didn't read none of the articles, nothing like that, because I thought it was funny just where it was. I didn't need to know the details. The way she did it made it seem like she was just trying to get money, too.
Well, of course, I think when she saw that the first chick was
because
suing,
1.1, that's a very specific number. You know what I mean? That sounds.
Well, no, that's probably what she was like. That was probably the settlement. She probably was going for something way, beyond that.
Oh, I would.
I'm pretty sure that was.
I mean,
the settlement.
10 million. I would have went more than that. I want everything.
You're right. I want you to be homeless. I'm coming vindictive as hell. If I gotta live with this forever, you gonna live nowhere forever.
Exactly. But carry on. Bridesmaid. I didn't know she was a bridesmaid.
Yeah, it was a bridesmaid in his wedding, and which is weird because.
Was it from when it was the other chick?
This was the Papers chick.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think it was their wedding. This bridesmaid.
And you know what? Now it makes you think because, never mind. I was about to be rude. I was finna just start bashing her. Like it has nothing to do with these.
So does she have it?
More than likely.
Does she know she has it?
More than likely, no.
Well, I mean, she got to know now.
That probably was the busiest day at the clinic in Atlanta.
No, I'm pretty sure all the days at the clinic in Atlanta
this
is
day
busy.
specifically, they came in. The motherfuckers was waiting at the door. Like, what's good? Y'all say 8 o'clock?
It's 8:05, bro.
Tripping. You tripping. Bro, 10 million ain't enough.
It's not. 10 million's not enough.
There's no way, dude. What had me laughing earlier today, actually, was on the way to work. they was announcing that Usher gonna be out here in September. There are some tracks he's gonna have to skip now. You can no longer do Let It Burn. There's no way you could do Let It Burn.
Well, I think that song is so old. I don't think he's really including it in his tours right now.
No, trust me, it is, because he's not including any of his new project. Well, I'm sure
I'm pretty sure some of the new ones and probably some of his first.
It's gonna be a mixture, because once you get to this point of superstardom, he still does make me wanna.
No, that's what I'm saying. But that's one of his first joints. That's a staple of the first joint, and it's a more of an up tempo beat.
So I'm pretty sure. Let It Burn.
Let It Burn's not an up tempo beat.
It's not up tempo, but it's a staple.
I'm pretty sure it's a staple, but I'm pretty sure you're not gonna want to listen to that while you're at a concert, whether this happened or not. On that album, you probably get the club joints, but
why wouldn't you want to listen to that at a concert?
Why? Why would you want to listen to that at a concert?
It's an R&B show. You got to have some ups and some downs.
I don't think. I wouldn't want to listen to it as a concert. Now, damn sure don't want to listen to it now.
You already weren't going to Usher concert anyway.
So
it ain't for you.
You're right.
But how much you want to bet he's still going to get some ass at that concert?
That's the sad part.
Somebody about to be like, well, you burnt them bitches. But
you ain't going to burn me. I'm going to be the exception.
I took my vitamins this morning.
Right, I'm going to be the exception. 3 years later, I want 20 million.
25 million and a car. Cash me out.
Oh man, has he gave a statement?
Still hasn't made a statement. That's why I'm like, this must be true.
Yeah,
because you think about
anybody else would have been like, hold up, what the fuck you talking about?
Chill out. First of all, here are my papers.
Exactly.
I'm clean as a motherfucking whistle. Y'all was out here sharing and caring.
I wonder who he got it from.
Man, it's Usher.
What if he got it from his wife and then gave it to the bridesmaid?
You out here putting pieces together, sir.
Or what if he got it from a bridesmaid and gave it to his wife, and the bridesmaid trying to flip it?
You know what's wild? How do you track down the beginning of herpes?
I don't know. I guess the same way you would do anything else. You got to talk to everybody you didn't have relations with. What if some of those people are dead? What if it was somebody you was with, and then they died, and they was the one who gave it to you?
First of all, I'm questioning how they died. Like, you had a hard life.
No, I'm just saying. Like, they died in a car crash. Let's say that.
Well, man, you just take a motherfucker's house.
I'm just saying. Like, what if that was the case? So he can't even go back to be like, oh, you was the reason why.
He gonna kick his head. He gonna kick her tombstone. Stupid bitch. He's gonna be pissed. Nah, bro, I'm telling you, this is a hard thing to deal with. Think about how crazy they went on Charlie Sheen when they found out he had HIV and was still having unprotected sex with females.
Mm-hmm. They should have crucified him.
This is Usher now. This is a black man.
Yeah.
They've talked about Usher every day since it happened.
Every single day. And again, we know why they talked about, because it's Usher. But at the same time, you got to look at Usher was a sex symbol.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it turns out he was giving girls the bum bumps below their waist.
Out there flicking lips.
Oh, I like what you
see what I did there.
You see what I did there.
Thank you.
That.
Here all week,
man.
Just like Usher.
Usher's more time. That's a lifetime commitment.
Exactly, and he's definitely more on fire than what I am. Shooting him, Curry range. All right, enough with that. So it's not even just the fact that he was actually infecting women with herpes. Mm-hmm. It's the fact that he did it knowing that he had it.
Well, how much of it is knowingly? Like, is it a bona fide fact that he knew, or is this all speculation?
I haven't heard enough of the story, and even then, because I read both stories, with the bridesmaid and with the chick he doubled back to, and it's all the same shit. That it was something that he knew. Now, until we get a statement from him, it's all going to be alleged. Mm-hmm. But I'm just speaking in the sense of it not being alleged.
Well, they just speak on what we got. We
speaking on what we
got now.
Have.
He knew.
So my question is, how do you bounce back from allegedly infecting women with STD, and you knew that you had it the entire time you were doing it? Because the first time with the second chick, which is probably why she's going for 10 million. With the second chick, she they said the first time was with a condom. The second time, he went in raw. That
was just as much as her fault as it is his.
Well, I wouldn't say just as much her fault. I would say she for sure should have, took the time to make sure she was protected. But
that's all I mean by it. She could have made sure she was protected.
Yeah, for sure. But as far as it being like she has some fault in it, but not as much as the nigga going in. Well, I know I got these herpes.
Right.
I'm gonna get me some head.
Right.
He went in with all the wrong intentions.
Right. Honestly, I don't see how he bounces back from this.
I don't see what the bounce back is because, like you said earlier, he built his career off of being a sex symbol.
Yeah, I don't.
No one's gonna want to fuck Usher anymore. Well, no, they're still gonna fuck.
Yeah, they're still gonna. Sadly, they're still gonna do it. But hell, at this point, I don't think he really cares if. I don't think that's that important to this particular celebrity. You know what I mean? But I don't see how he bounces back from it. I mean, usually, I will say it's gonna be one of those things that is gonna go away. You know what I mean?
It's going to go
social media wise. Social media is always looking for the next newest story.
I think the conversation is going to go away.
Yeah, the conversation is going to go away.
The fact of him having herpes, and it's kind of a double meaning, I guess. The fact of him having herpes ain't going to go away. And the reason I say that is because we're in the time where memes and viral videos is still huge. Mm-hmm. He's going to be forever a joke.
Yeah.
He's going to be a punchline for the rest of his life.
Yeah, again, and when I say go away, I mean the conversation.
Yeah, you mean the conversation about it,
because I'm pretty sure once somebody sees him or he goes to does a concert, whatever case, people going to be looking at him like, nigga, you got them bumps.
Right. And you know what's so crazy? That's like the first thing you think of when you see somebody knowing that they have some kind of, kind of disease, some kind of preventable disease.
You got them bumps. Don't give that shit to me. That's
right. Like, we can take this selfie, but stand over there.
Right. We had arms length, brother.
It's gonna look like, remember when 50 and Young Buck took the picture with the transgender? It's about to, everybody gonna be in the Young Buck position. Just super duper fine. Just stay over there. Jeez. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, the funny thing about that is, I guess after the fact, Young Buck was like, I wasn't with taking that picture. that's yeah. I can't.
He didn't get that much slack for that either.
It was a different time.
I say, but we were on the cusp. We were
exactly. He caught if he would have waited a year later, it would have been raps.
It'd have been huge. It'd have been huge.
But in the case of Usher, man, you can't even feel sorry for dude.
And you know what? I don't. Especially if it's true. If he knew that he was really out here, burning and was really smashing fans
he's an asshole
without a condom, affecting other people. Right, he deserves everything that's coming towards him.
Everything. And the only luck he can get out of it is the fact that this isn't it's a life-altering but not necessarily a life-threatening type of deal.
It's a good thing that it's not life-threatening.
Yeah, because it could have, especially being him, it could have turned a lot worse. You know what I mean? I remember with the Charlie Sheen stuff, people were looking at trying to get him put on for murder or attempted murder or whatever charge it is with that, because there actually is a charge with that. Come to think of it, why didn't Charlie Sheen get any of those charges?
I don't think anyone has come out saying they were infected.
Maybe that's what it was.
If no one stepped forward and say, "Oh, okay, I have it, and I know it's because of Charlie Sheen," there's really nothing to charge. At this point, you're just pissed. You're just upset.
Right.
I slept with a nigga with AIDS. Like, what can you do about it?
Right. But yeah, man, I hope that the women involved they get whatever closure that can be gotten at this point.
And that's what sucks, man, because it's something that you can't get rid of with a shot.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like
absolutely.
I think there's really no positive of having it, but the only light to it is that you really don't feel too much from it until you have a flare.
Yeah, and from what I've read and remember from like history class, it can be like few and far between that even happens.
Right.
You know what I mean? I guess
it depends on your infection.
Yeah. Every case is different. But even if, man, those women, they come out, their names are in whatever articles or whatever court documents, and that's life altering. If they want to have future relationships with men, we're a lot more shallow. We like, hey, I don't know. Now, granted, you do got some dudes that don't care.
Oh yeah,
but
like Usher, apparently.
Yeah, but you got the ones that are like, I don't think I want to, be with somebody that has this going on, and that's hurtful. You know what I mean? So again, I do hope they get whatever closure, and I don't see I don't see how this ends good for Usher.
My question is, how are the phone calls when he's trying to backtrack? Who gave him it?
It's probably somebody. What if you hire somebody to backtrack for you? Because you're Usher.
Realistically, he probably does have somebody. He probably has a group of niggas that's like backtracking. Like,
okay,
hey,
so
man.
Imagine getting that call. Imagine you meet a chick, right? 10 years down the line. 10 years ago, she had this thing with Usher, one-time thing with Usher. So imagine you getting a call like, yo, I call on behalf of Usher and his camp or whatever, and is your girl there? Because she may have gave Usher this. Imagine hearing that call.
I throw the phone at her. Yo,
Usher on the phone.
She's back here all of a second. Usher, won't you? You get a
Why you hit me so hard?
Why you out here fucking Usher wrong? So, I'm gonna be hurt like it just happened.
You're right.
like you just came from the nigga
like
house.
it happened yesterday. Oh, why'd you do this to me?
Oh my God, bruh, I can't help but to laugh, especially if it's true. Just because you watched childhood crushes die. Like
Yeah.
you watch every female from our generation, a little bit before as well.
Mm-hmm.
Every female that saw that was like, no. How much you want to bet there were thousands of females out here in Vegas ready to suck Usher off when he came in September? He's coming in September.
I'm pretty sure it's still going to
It
be
was some chicks out
thousands
there
ready
just
to do
doing
it.
all kinds of fucking oral cleansing, just get their palate ready for Usher dick.
Listen, if Usher's sexual encounters, like the quantity or the availability of his sexual encounters were at 100, if we're using numbers, I'm pretty sure they only about 75 right now. I'm pretty sure there's a lot
Nah,
of...
he's probably at about 90.
Think so? You giving
He's
him that
at-
high?
Dude, I'm telling
I was
you.
giving him the benefit of the doubt of
I'm
75.
telling you. And let me preface by saying this. I love black women. They are queens. They're goddesses. I love black women. But there is a solid representation of ain't shit women in this world that's like, if he wear 2 condoms, I won't get it. I'm gonna fuck Usher though.
Right. It's going to happen.
It's gonna happen. And really, it's probably more white women that would do it too.
Oh, I believe it.
Because they be out there playing
Or
with fate.
Latinas.
Nah, I don't think Latinas is doing it.
You don't think so?
Like at least not no West Coast Latina. Not over here. They'll stab you.
You're right.
That was racist. But is it racist if it's true? Because my cousin got his ear cut off.
That's very specific.
It's very specific, but it's very true as well.
Nah. It's funny you say that because one of my good friends, he's a Latino, and his girl, she was like, "Yeah, I ain't trying to get stabbed," and he meant it. He was like, "Yeah, she will stab me." He said,
Just straight face.
Yeah, he was like, "Yeah, she stabbed someone. She will do it." So, yeah, I don't think it can be racist if it's true.
It could have legitimately been anybody.
Yeah, it really could have.
It could have legitimately been anybody else. The simple fact that it's Usher. And I'm not talking about from the conversation piece. I'm talking about from the amount of women that he's been with since You Make Me Wanna. Now, I'm not saying it goes back to then, you know what I'm saying? It could have been, it could have happened last year.
Right.
For all that we know. But this dude has been a legit sex symbol.
Yeah.
This is somebody that women have grown up fantasizing about and loving on. That's what been the driving factor of his career. He makes amazing music, obviously, but it's who he is and the attraction that people have.
And it's been
for him.
consistent.
And it's been consistent. It's never fallen. You've never seen Fat Usher. You've never seen Jerry Curl Usher. Like it's been consistent. We've seen Flat Top Usher. And I'm pretty sure he was still getting ass around.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
That's why it's kind of hard to see, like, what is the bounce back going to be? Like, you can't necessarily make music about sex anymore because no one wants to fuck you. Especially because you got that.
It's people that do. It's
Right,
women that do.
We just had that conversation, exactly.
Yeah, but you're right though.
To the masses, to the smarter listener, they're not fucking with it.
Yeah. So again, I don't know, man. Shit. Give him a book deal. I don't know.
Hey,
Everybody
he
get a
don't
book
need it.
deal.
I ain't got herpes, but if I did,
What if I did? This is how I give it
to
to you. No, this is how I give it to you.
This is how you gonna get it. This is a picture of Usher just looking hard as fuck in the camera, stern as motherfucker. Yeah, no, you're right though. It's definitely gonna be the ones out there that are gonna still be on it, but it takes away the allure. It takes away the mystery behind. Oh, what is it like to be with Usher? Because now you know. Oh, I'm a burn basically.
Yeah, basically.
So
you're gonna wake up itching.
Hard. Oh man, poor Usher. It just sucks you can't get rid of it though.
Sucks. Period.
I'm sure it sucks, period, but it's just when you find out you got something that's as soon as you hear that word incurable, it's like So like nothing I can do about it.
There ain't even no experimental shit that
What if I
y'all
put some
working
butter
on.
on it? What if I put some butter on it? It look like popcorn. What if I put some butter on it? Do you introduce the herpes individually now at concerts? Because you got to address everybody in the room.
This is Usher with herpes. He's performing "Let It Burn."
Well, I feel like Usher's herpes look like the mucus from the Mucinex commercials.
All right, next topic. You spend a little bit too much time.
All right, fuck it. Next conversation. The big conversation, actually. We might as well just get to it. He is musically a legend. But I am completely baffled by how anybody is confused that R. Kelly would have a fucking sex dungeon.
Yeah, I figure once people, at least I thought that once people seen that he's willing to pee on someone,
Oh, yeah.
that anything is possible with this man.
Oh, man, we got to go back further than that. This man publicly married Aaliyah.
Yeah.
Everybody knew about it. Nothing happened. Came back, gave us hits. Fucked a 14-year-old on camera. Peed on her. Beat that. Came back, gave us hits. If there's anybody that's gonna beat a dungeon case, it's gonna be R. Kelly. He knows how to do this. He got that OJ juice.
But he does. He been taking notes.
Oh yeah.
But in this case, I mean, it's a little bit different because even though they are severely younger than him, hell, it's severely younger than us.
They're over 18.
They're over 18.
Well, they're at least 18.
Yeah, I mean, what really can anyone do?
If anybody speaks up and says that it's for sure a sex dungeon, this becomes something completely different because sex trafficking is probably at its worst right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, the shit is crazy. You find out that R. Kelly not only was a perv, but he's a sex trafficker. Like, he out here really moving women. It's horrible. Right. There's no way you could do it.
You're absolutely right. Those videos were suspect to me, not only in what she was saying, but last time I checked, it's July.
Yeah.
Why the fuck do you got a turtleneck on?
Because you in R. Kelly's sex dungeon. They probably all got turtlenecks. So
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, think about it. He gave us an album called The Chocolate Factory. What if that's what the sex dungeon is called?
It's very, at this point, it's possible. With him, it's possible, but
Probably got them all looking like sexy Oompa Loompas.
But what drew me, what caused some curiosity with me on that whole video is the turtleneck and the fact that I think you can kind of see somebody like, yo, wrap this up. You know what I mean? That just makes it very odd to me. And
you did see like some shadowy something
was going on in the background.
Exactly.
Yeah, something was definitely going on. But I mean, what drew me was that turtleneck, and like you said, they could all have that.
Why is the turtleneck?
Because it's fucking.
She's a slave.
Because it's fucking July. You know what I mean? And then everything that I've seen, whether it's been in movies, read about, or whatever the case is, when it comes to cults and shit like that, they want their stuff covered up.
Oh, yeah. I just thought about that. It could have been some bruises and shit.
You know what I mean? It could have been bruises, or he values them that much as property that he didn't want them to show, a little bit of cleavage or whatever the case is, but he knew that it would help if there is help in this case, as far as that video coming out. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. That just drew some concerns, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, R. Kelly's 50 plus?
He's up there.
Why the fuck do you even want a 19-year-old? I don't want a 19-year-old, and I'm not even 30 yet.
14-year-old at 30 something.
But again, regardless, like I would, they're annoying at that age. You know what I mean? Why do you even want to put up with that? But then I have to realize that a lot of people with those type of mindsets, they feel they can manipulate. You know what I mean? They're young. They don't know. And at the end of the day, it's R. Kelly. Mm-hmm. I think he probably has ran through just as many as women as Usher, if not more.
Obviously, we weren't the age to truly understand what it meant for R. Kelly to marry Aaliyah at the time.
Right.
But we were definitely of age to understand why him fucking a 14-year-old on camera was wrong.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That, honestly, it takes away anything, even respect for him as a musician. That's one of the things you truly can't separate
right.
Because you know that this music, he potentially is talking about a child.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
He's potentially talking about an experience with a child.
Exactly, and that's what makes it completely different if you were to hear about a different artist and they had the same things going on. Let's say, I can't even think of artists, but let's say a particular artist makes music, you know what I mean, but it's not sexual music.
Right.
And then it turns out they're doing something like this. Mm-hmm. You wouldn't feel as strongly because you don't have to listen to it in their music. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? My mind's telling me no, my body's saying yes, has a different meaning now.
Has a bit, just like let it burn. Sorry, but yes, it has a completely different meaning now. And I'm like, dude's a piece of shit. There's really no other way to put it. He's a piece of shit. And the fact that he managed to survive this long in the entertainment industry, it says a lot about the fans.
It says a lot about the black community.
It says a shit ton about the black community. Speaking of that, I saw something online the other day too. Somebody posted, I don't hear all of the outrage towards R. Kelly, like how y'all was burying Black China. First of all, two different situations.
Completely
different situations.
How does those even correlate?
Secondly, there was just as many black women as it was black men calling Black China a hoe.
Yeah.
Even in the explanation, he knew he was getting with a hoe. You heard that from hella females.
Yeah.
That's two. Three, niggas are going off about R. Kelly. Like, what conversation are people not seeing, or is it just that selective? Nope, it's men's fault no matter what.
It's that, and it's a combination of they can only see what's on their particular timelines.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. If you got a Twitter account and you only follow 100 people, you're only seeing what those 100 people are saying.
But even if they had 30,000 people with good niggas on there, they're still going to say the exact same thing. We're not in a position to get praise.
It very well may be so, but we have to factor in the fact that they're only looking at their particular timeline. The only thing that I can say that makes you think is R. Kelly's doing this, but Hugh Hefner kind of got away with some shit too.
Hugh Hefner's been getting away with shit.
You know what I mean? But it's not talked about.
Well, we are...
hell, they gave this man a whole reality TV show, and he's damn near... You ever seen the episode of SpongeBob where they selling chocolates and they go up to these two old people?
Super old ladies.
Yeah. Hugh Hefner's like that old worm, and then he's messing with these young girls and they give him a reality show. You know what I mean?
I think the only difference outside of the fact that, what's black and white is Hugh Hefner, Woody Allen, all of these cats who are notorious pedophiles. They're not involved in the black community.
Yeah.
To be completely honest, you didn't see a lot of Charlie Sheen conversation when he came out with HIV. It was like, oh shit, Charlie Sheen got HIV. You don't even see memes about it right now. But think about it. Usher is going to live forever on black social media.
Oh yeah, he's got a meme coming. R. Kelly memes have been circulating.
R. Kelly memes never stopped. Getting back to Club Kells. So when you see the sex dungeon, and then you hear of the victims, and you watch their testimonies, whatever you want to call them.
I don't know.
It goes back to the question. When I go back to the question, it really fucked me up to see her actually talk about it's actually happening. Because I'm like, wait, so he really does have females locked up in his crib.
That's
like,
what it sounds like.
We all cool. We all chilling. I'm like,
so it's more than one of you.
So y'all really there? That wasn't just like a day somebody walked in and was like, why she got a leash on? Like, it was none of this. This is just happening daily. And also, I wouldn't send my kid to R. Kelly's house to borrow some sugar. Why are these kids allowed to go to R. Kelly's house to get it cracking?
Because shit, they grown and they out and about, I guess. I don't know. Shit, the only thing I can say about this is he's a piece of shit. I mean...
Oh, of course.
Again, I don't understand why a 50-year-old would want to be with a 19-year-old. But then again...
That's got to be some form of mental illness.
It
I don't
must
see,
be.
like, because that doesn't make sense.
It
Like,
doesn't.
I've never looked at... Is it what? According to the doctor, it is a diagnosis.
Yeah, it got to be. He got it. Whatever the diagnosis is, he got
that shit.
He got that
shit just as much as Usher got herpes.
It's like you don't watch Power, so you can't even get in.
The same girl video just got so crazy now.
The what?
The same girl video.
No, have you seen the meme where it's like, okay, it's like the screenshot from that video, and it's like, you want herpes or you want to get kidnapped? Like, the internet is undefeated, man.
The choice belongs to you.
The internet is undefeated.
What's the screenshot from?
It's
No,
from
it's from the
girl
video, but I'm like, what scene?
The video where they walk up, where they both catch her
when
before they find out that it's twins. Yeah, when it's just the one girl. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that's that. The internet is undefeated.
undefeated. Oh man, same girl. Wow.
What if one of the girls that got herpes is a sex dungeon in R. Kelly's chocolate factory?
And R. Kelly is secretly burning.
What if somebody that was a victim of this dungeon got herpes from R. Kelly and gave it to Usher?
It's an endless cycle. When does it stop?
God damn. R. Kelly, bruh. R. Kelly got women locked up. OJ is free, and Usher got herpes. We in the Twilight Zone.
Oh, yeah. This is the craziest episode of the Twilight Zone. Because we just knew OJ wasn't going to see the light of day anymore. The Usher shit is just, it would never,
right. If you would have said this
funny.
shit, if you would have said this a week ago, it would have been unfathomable.
Right. You're like, come on now, get out of here.
Only thing that you could have brought up, people would have been like, is this R. Kelly shit?
This is the only thing that no one was surprised about. It was like, R. Kelly got a sex dungeon?
The figures. Where's that?
Exactly. Is that his house or is it like somewhere in Chicago? Like just somewhere around there. But just kind of going back to my point, you've seen, and actually the point you just made as well, you've seen that R. Kelly, something ain't right.
Yeah,
something's
something's not right.
But unfortunately, if there's anybody that's going to beat a sex dungeon, it's going to be R. Kelly.
Or, I mean, if it turns out there's cases, or they could do him, they could use this OJ shit as an example. Got away from us once, he ain't getting away from us this time.
Then you want to get him on tax evasion, and you know, Kels be paying his shit. Kels is a model citizen when it comes to getting shit.
He a model citizen until he kidnapped your girl.
After you beat a pedophilia case, nigga, you doing everything. No matter what, I got to pay how much? Here you go. Take care. Nigga, R. Kelly don't even have HOA problems. He makes sure he stay away from any big name issue.
Of course he don't have HOA problems. He don't want them to know that he got 12 women in back locked the hell up. He gonna be the best in his neighborhood as possible. He cuts his neighbor's grass to keep shit low.
Didn't see anything, right, Fred? Good job, Fred. What if the HOA director is one of them?
That's crazy. It's all sorts of conspiracy theories with this. Man, but again, like you said, when it first came out, people was like, why am I not surprised?
No one was surprised. It's crazy because that is the extreme of the extreme. You have a sex dungeon where you're potentially kidnapping females. And no one was shocked. No one had that, what? R. Kelly? It was just like, oh, okay, well, Kelly's back in the news.
Right. But, I mean, shit. If anybody's gonna beat it, it's gonna be him. And like you said, all he gonna do is if it turns into a case, beat the case, put out music, black folks forget about it.
Nah, I don't think they gonna. Well, yeah,
shit. He peed on a 14-year-old.
Yeah,
black folks. Let's just sweep this under the rug.
He gonna give us, man. You know what sucks? We're about to have 150 more chapters of Trapped in the Closet now. This ain't Trapped in the Closet to a
So was these artists' music just a pre?
What if Trapped in the Closet was like the story how he started trapping females? Like what if once the old girl found out her husband was gay, snatched her up, threw her in the dungeon.
It got so deep and just yeah. But hey, it sounded like if there's an artist from the 90s that has made music, the chances are that shit is real.
Dude, this goes back to a conversation that we just had on one of our it could have been the last episode, but on one of our episodes. Look at all the stuff we're finding out about the people we grew up on. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Bill Cosby out here slipping female pills. Hulk Hogan's a racist with a sex tape.
Hulk Hogan got a sex tape?
You didn't know about that?
Nah.
The whole Gawker case and everything?
Nah.
Bro, no, he has a sex tape with his best friend's wife. And it got released by Gawker Media, and he ended up getting like $140 million and bankrupt the company.
He a dog.
He's Hogan.
He got paid though.
He got paid. But yeah, you heard about the racist rants, right?
Yeah, I
that came from the sex tape.
Oh,
pieces.
I thought he was just talking shit.
Like everybody that we grew up on, you know what I'm saying, whether black, white, whatever the case is, we're finding out so much shit. Think about all the shit we know about artists today. What we gonna find out 20 years from now?
That's wild. That's wild when you put it that way.
But ain't none of them gonna have an R. Kelly sex dungeon.
Nah, I think that takes the cake.
Yeah, that one wins. That one definitely wins.
That takes the cake.
Here's my question. I wonder why no one has ever just tried to just piece up R. Kelly 1-2 times. Because the dude's been a piece of shit forever. He's been a visibly piece of shit. Like, he's been a piece of shit in the public eye. And he doesn't care. Like, interviewers don't ask him about, the Aaliyah situation. Interviewers don't ask him about the sex tape. And in this field, you can ask whatever the fuck you want. Even if they tell you don't ask about this, because a publicist obviously always comes in. Don't ask about this, don't ask about that. It's my show and we live and I ask you about this and you bounce, you look guilty.
Yeah, you got a point.
You either address it or you keep going.
Maybe R. Kelly can fight. We just don't know about it.
He probably can. I wouldn't be surprised.
You know who we need to fix all this shit? Well, at least with R. Kelly?
Jesus.
Mr. Biggs. We need Mr.
He may not be the best person.
Well, I'm saying he beat R. Kelly up twice. He can probably get him under control again. Well.
Maybe the dude that beat up Usher in the Nice and Slow video, we probably can get him. He has no problem beating up niggas that's firing things up. Okay. Usher has herpes. Here's my new question, though, when it comes down to R. Kelly. And you actually mentioned it as well. If he continues to make music that people vibe to, is it going to be swept under the rug?
It will be.
How do you figure?
It will be because of his track record. I mean, you would think, being that we hear about people that are pedophiles or rapists and they go to jail and they get beat up or whatever the case is, you know what I mean? And that type of mindset to want to beat the rapist up goes to the outside world. Like, we don't fuck with you if you do these type of things. Mm-hmm. But for him to be involved with the underage person, be on camera involved with the underage person, and the stuff that was going on, and for it to get swept under the rug, lets me to believe that this particular situation will as well, because these are adults. Mm. So why else wouldn't it?
I think it kind of changes the game just because they are adults. Now, granted, don't get me wrong, fucking a child, that's definitely up there. That's definitely an issue. But if there are women being held against their will, if there's truly a Ku Klux Klan, bruh, it's far past just regular controversy. It's like, this is a
no. It becomes like a legit.
Like, you can legitimately have a price on your head. You can legitimately lose your life type shit. You know what I mean? Because it's like you said, in prison, rapists and child molesters are not respected.
Right.
This nigga, he got all that shit covered. That's his Carfax of his life. Mm-hmm. That's all he been doing. So I don't see how, if it's true, if we find out that it's true, I don't see how he can bounce back from it. I don't think there's any amount of music that is going to have him bounce back from this right here.
No, the way because if it turns out if it's true and they're held against their will, he won't have to worry about music because they're going to bury him under the jail. They're going to find a way to bury him under the jail. So he ain't going to have to worry about music. But if it's not, you know what I mean? If it's not true, or if they're grown, they're there because they want to be there. Even if he's corrupted their brain enough to where that's what they say, they want to be there. He gonna put out some music, and now it changes the dynamic of the music. It changes the dynamic of music.
Yeah, because after he beat that child pornography case, he had happy people step in the name of love.
No, I'm saying it changes the dynamic of the music for the listener. I think the listener would have a little bit.
That's why he wasn't having on them sex records. He waited a good chunk of time before he got back to, all right, now we fucking.
Right, you're right. I just think it would change that. And again, he put out music again and it'd be fine. Because just as much as I seen dudes that were like, yo, this dude's a piece of shit, I've also seen dudes that were like, oh, these women is grown. This sound just like some pimp shit to me. Leave R. Kelly alone.
You know, it becomes harder to defend black men on a daily.
Yeah, no, especially this week. This week, black men took a L.
A bunch of L's. Now, even though none of them niggas speak for me whatsoever,
right?
But it's really hard to defend the fact there are definitely some wholesome black dudes that are out there when this is the shit that gets highlighted. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? To your point, yeah, if he gets caught, he's getting buried under the cell. But we can't act like we didn't see him fuck a 14-year-old
and did nothing,
and nothing came from it. The nigga went right back to the top. Still collaborating. Like, the fact that some artists were collaborating with him. See, Usher makes sense because he was burning females. But everybody else.
At the time, nobody knew. So
at the time, nobody knew, but Usher knew.
Right.
So it's like everybody else that did something with him, there's no amount of money, there's no amount of notoriety in the entertainment industry that I'm going to like, all right, I'm going to be with this person who I morally disagree with this man.
Yeah.
Like we can get together and make bread, but I can get together and make bread with anybody.
Exactly, and that's what I see when people be in interviews. Oh well, business is business, yeah, but you gotta have. There's morals even with business. You know what I mean? And you gotta be willing to be like, nah, morally, I cannot fuck with you, dude.
I can't fuck with you.
You know what I mean? I don't want to be. I have anything to do with you. You know what I mean? I don't care if I got a hit record. I'm not working with you.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you're right about that. It wasn't nobody in the music industry that was doing that. Because people were, if he wanted to collab with somebody, he got it.
They got the collab.
Even if it wasn't his song. Somebody was like, hey, yo, call R. Kelly. No, I'm not calling R. Kelly.
You call him.
I'm not doing that.
I don't know. The more we speak about it, you might be right. It may just get swept under the rug like nothing happened.
And if the previous shit didn't happen, then maybe I can be like, okay, maybe this was going somewhere. But to me, this situation is not morally wrong than that situation. And that situation got swept under the rug. Yeah. So, I don't know, man. I hope for those women's sake that they're not there under what is it? Shit, what am I trying to say?
Club Chaos?
Yeah, I hope they're not there, and if they are there, they're willing, like genuinely willing to be there. It's not something that he's put in their head. You want to be here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but even if it's in their head, that's you're drugging them. You're drugging and hypnotizing these females.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's more than
you look at history. It's been a couple women that were, held captive for 10, 15 years. Would actually go out and about with the dude. Wouldn't try to run away. Wouldn't try to flag anybody for attention. It takes them to get recognized. Like, aren't you the girl that went missing 15 years ago? Then it's like, help me. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, it's a weird kind of control.
Exactly. And I hope that's not the case. You know what I mean? I truly hope that's not the case because like you said, it could turn into a sex trafficking thing if it's not already. You know what I mean? So already. I don't know, man. That one's a little bit weird, but like you said, he's a piece of shit, and I never was a major fan of his anyway, but now
he was in the playlist as well, I can't lie.
Nah, I don't think I never really had him in any type of playlist, honestly.
He was in the playlist.
But if he was in any type of playlist for me at one point in time, he's definitely not there now.
Well, I can't give him that stream anymore.
Yeah, he can't get that from me.
On a lighter, I guess in a sense lighter note, this is kind of better than Kelly Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. So, bruh, when I tell you, they just knew they had Kevin Hart caught. Did you see the video?
Yeah, I saw the video.
What do you think about the video?
That video wasn't shit. The first thing I noticed about the video was the fact that it looked like it's somebody peering through some damn bushes. That's the first thing that I noticed.
And obviously he had horrible balance because that camera was going to work
everywhere. The second thing I noticed is that it looks like they're in a very public place.
Yes.
The doors, it looked like were open on the car. On his door was open. And that there were 3 people in the car.
And that's one thing that kind of hit me. Like, if you're Kevin Hart, you're the biggest comedian of this generation. Why would if you're cheating on your wife, why would you have your interiors on? Yeah. For everybody to see this.
It was too much. Now granted, excuse me. I'm not taking away that this man may or may not have cheated on anybody.
Oh, no, he for sure cheated on the first wife. That's
he said that in his book. Right. I listened to his book. He said that in his book. And maybe listening to his book, I have a little bit more than the casual fan.
Oh, his book is on Audible?
Yeah, than the casual fan.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because he's reading it, right?
Yeah, he's reading it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Continue.
So I have a little bit more than a casual fan, but looking at that video and people was like, oh, yeah, he cheated on us. I'm like, where? I thought I was looking at the wrong video. I genuinely thought like it must be another video because I didn't see nothing going on. And I have to give him the benefit of the doubt that he's smarter than that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
If he was to still be cheating. Right. Now, I not gonna lie, I can't put it past him.
No, I can't put it past him.
I can't put it past him, but I don't think this was the day.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying. You hit it on the nail on the head. That's all I'm saying is that this wasn't the day.
There's a picture of her looking dead at the camera.
Exactly.
So it's like she's never been in that position. There's a picture of Kevin Hart looking dead at the camera. They knew the camera was there. So you tell me they're going to just continue doing what they're doing in the car, knowing that the camera's there?
Was somebody
with the interiors on?
Not only was interiors on, but this is not no common Honda Accord. It was no Nissan. This is a Lexus. And I'm pretty sure the tops on one of the more extravagant Lexus, a high-profile car, high profile person in a public place, I kind of got to give him the benefit of the doubt. It was people like walking around the car. Like, come on now.
This is Kevin Hart, and everyone knows this man is married and he has a child on the way. Because the headlines even says Kevin Hart cheats on pregnant wife.
Yeah, that's what the headline says.
So I'm like, this man is known. He's not about to just cheat with the interiors on a public street. Like,
if Kevin did that, then yeah, I'd be like, ah, shit, you got caught.
Right.
But this one, like you said, I'm not putting it past him. But today, that day.
Now, I wouldn't be surprised if he actually got caught doing something, but that day wasn't it.
Yeah, it wasn't it. It wasn't it. And it didn't, I mean, he had about a good, that day that it came out, you know what I mean? Then after that, it kind of disappeared. One thing that I noticed and I kind of like about it is, well, he kind of talked it, but he didn't talk about it. He kind of, you can tell he mentioned the little post, him laughing, like you just gotta.
Yeah, that was just him responding.
Yeah, that was him responding.
Even the video of him and his girl dancing, that was another response. Like, we're good.
Response, like, yeah, we're straight over here. But in the same breath, I'm glad he didn't get on Twitter, I did not cheat. You know what I mean? That he didn't do that. He was confident in himself, confident in that particular situation that he felt like he didn't need to.
All you had to do was laugh it off. No, that's all you can do in a situation like that, because the more you try to combat it, you look like you're admitting guilt by trying to be like, that wasn't me, y'all lying, believe me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
There's no way to go about it. You have to laugh it off, especially when you see a video and it's clearly nothing going on. Like, people are saying, no, there's some scenes where he gets in the back seat. When does that happen?
Yeah, I was waiting for that.
This was a pretty continuous video. When does he hop in the back seat with her? He looks like he was in the front seat the entire time. He was in the front seat with his back against the dashboard.
The paparazzi or freelance cameraman or whatever the case is, their goal is to sell whatever info they have by any means necessary. So if somebody's trying to sell something, I got this video of Kevin Hart, he may or may not be cheating on his girl. How much can I get for it to say he's cheating? You know what I mean? Like, I had to take that in consideration. Like you said, I just don't think that day was the day.
Like, when you watch the video and you see that this dude is obviously not kissing this woman, they don't even look like they're having a romantic time. They look like the most boring conversation ever.
It looked like
they were enjoying
talk.
each other's company. It just looked like small talk. You see this video and you're still going to put it out like, we got Kevin Hart cheating. That's going to put your validity as a media outlet in question. No matter who you are, even if you benefit, like if you're TMZ, you benefit off of this kind of shit. You have to know better. You have to know better.
Unless this was I don't know who originally leaked the story, unless it was an up and coming.
If it sure wasn't a professional, it has to be an up and coming.
It could have been an up and coming, and they just went the completely wrong way about it. Because I didn't see it anywhere on TMZ. Did you?
I'm saying like sites like TMZ, because a lot of the major sites were reporting it like that.
Maybe that's what. Let's say if the original company was an up and coming, maybe this is what they were trying to do. Maybe they were using this false story.
They thought this was it.
No, I'm saying maybe they were using this false story. They got enough reputable media outlets to kind of chime in with them. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure it got their site some visitors. Maybe they were using it.
It was definitely clickbait.
Maybe they were using it. Maybe they were hoping that so many media outlets reported it that it couldn't get traced back to them. You know what I mean? Maybe they thought Bossip or somebody would have took the fault for it. Now they got enough clickbait that their company can grow, and they didn't go down for it. Maybe. I don't know. It's a lot of things, but if you watch this video and you think that this was proof, then you're a fool.
And that's actually the next thing I was going to get to. Why was it so quick? Like the judgment, everybody already found him guilty before even watching the video or even looking at the clips of it. As soon as you said Kevin Hart allegedly caught with mistress or whatever.
That's because everybody is waiting to say, I knew it was too good to be true. You got Kevin Hart, who grind to get where he's at in his career.
Deserves everything that he has.
Still the hardest working man in entertainment business right now. Just put out a book. Book is like I don't know how many weeks on a New York bestseller. In a relationship, beautiful lady, gonna have a baby on the way. Like, it's damn near picture perfect. I knew it was too good.
It was too good.
You know what I mean? They were waiting for that.
Why can't we as black people have that though? We can't just be fucking happy?
Because no, we can't be happy.
Oh, Kelly has a sex dungeon. No,
we can be happy. When you look at it, and you got to think about the masses. A lot of people never had nothing like that. You know what I mean? They never can say that they witnessed that and it was genuine and it was love. I the few friends that I have that I know of had like when they talk about their grandparents and their grandparents been together 50 years, you can see the value in that. But for the majority of it, a lot of us don't have it. So a lot of us don't even know who their own dads are. So of course they're not accustomed to that.
So you think it's rooted in envy?
Yeah. Yeah, it's rooted in envy, and it's also rooted in it's something that they've never witnessed or seen around, so it got to be fake. You know what I mean?
Yeah, celebrities are known for their infidelity. So
yeah,
it
known
makes
for
sense.
infidelity, known for sleeping around or having multiple marriages. But this one is supposed to make it? Nah, fuck that. He cheating. He getting his dick sucked right now.
You know, I feel like Kev got too much good going for him. Again, I don't put it past him. If we find out Kevin Hart was cheating, I wouldn't necessarily be surprised.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
But at the same time, I feel like he has so much going on that I think he's legitimately happy.
And you know what? It's funny you say that because that's what he kind of said in one of his Breakfast Club interviews. He was like, they touched on cheating on his ex, and he was like, "Yeah, I fucked that up." He said, "Yeah, I messed that up." You know what I mean? He said, "I'm not." He said, I couldn't cheat on this one." He was like, "I seen what kind of trouble that brought." You know what I mean? He said, "I wouldn't want to do that. I wouldn't want to do that to my kids that's going to attach to this woman." You know what I mean? So. And then he mentioned he got everything that's going for him. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure he knows, just like the rest of us knows, if he cheats on her, she taking half of
exactly. She was there for the takeoff.
Yeah, she's taking a chunk. You know what I mean? And last thing you want is for both baby mamas to be getting alimony.
Right. And it's crazy because his first baby mama, she's not even like real hurt. All like that. She said in the beginning it was like, you know, she wanted to kill him and her.
Yeah, I tell you, go if you go listen, read whatever his book, he dives into all that, and you can tell it's genuine, and he's not holding it back. He's not trying to sugarcoat it, trying to make himself. During that little those chapters where he talked about that, he looked and sounded like an asshole. You know what I mean? So go check it out because it definitely can give you a little bit more insight.
Unfortunately, especially as a black man, nothing's going to change the perception of Kevin Hart.
We're guilty until proven guilty.
We're guilty until proven guilty, exactly. Good job how he handled it.
Yeah,
for sure.
Definitely a good job how he handled it.
Had he handled it any other way, it'd have been over for him.
It would have blew up a lot more than what it did. First thing I do want to say, not last episode. Was it last episode? It was last episode. When we were talking about the McGregor thing. Do want to say you were right. This man is the biggest troll on the face of the planet.
The biggest. And you see everyone is starting to say what I've been saying.
Yeah, I kind of gotta agree with you now with this with your stance on what we were going back and forth about. I kind of agree with you.
Somebody even said that anytime it's an American versus anybody, it's always America. This is truly the first time we've been rallying for the Irish nigga.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. Did you see what he was wearing, like, as of recent? He was wearing a C.J. Watson Warriors jersey. And
fucking
Draymond,
Welvin.
Yeah, he tried to.
Draymond Green.
We walk your flow. We don't rock with you. And he was like, "No, this isn't." He claimed he didn't know who Draymond was. Maybe he does. Maybe he doesn't. But do you know why he wore a C.J. Watson jersey?
No.
Because C.J. Watson was the person that Floyd found out his ex-wife or one of his baby mamas was cheating on him with.
But Floyd don't care about that.
At the time, he do. Nobody. I don't care how much money you have. Nobody wants to get cheated on.
Nobody wants to get cheated on. Yeah,
he
but
probably don't.
Floyd also
he probably
has
don't,
a room full of twerking masseuses.
Right. He probably didn't care about it as much as me or you would care about it. But I'm pretty sure he cared to some extent. Even if it was just on a financial aspect. I done spent all this money on you and you out. You know what I mean? Even if it was on that aspect, he cared. But for McGregor to wear that jersey and be in public with that's smart.
That was crafty. That was definitely a mental game. But again, I don't think he cares just because of his current lifestyle in general.
Well, yeah. I mean, like, again, I don't think he cared to a great magnitude, but maybe right there in that moment. He looked at it
and was like, okay.
Yeah, maybe right there in that moment. But again, with McGregor doing this, I thought it was clever. And to lead on to next topic I'm talking about, I was a little hurt. I felt like LeBron finding out Kyrie.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're supposed to talk. Damn, this week.
I felt like LeBron when he found out Kyrie wanted to get traded, only because Kyrie became my favorite player on the Cavs. You know what I mean? I expect LeBron to leave, and I was like, hell, at least got Kyrie, and Kyrie hit me with the conceited face, like, nah.
Now let me ask you a question. Let me preface it by saying this: I love my city. Mm-hmm. I love Cleveland. Mm-hmm. East 135th and Shaw. Why is everyone in Cleveland like, I expect LeBron to leave? Why were y'all so cool with welcoming him back?
Well, he's the greatest player on the planet. So, of course, and it's not like we sitting here like, yeah, you can bounce. We want him to stay. At this point, I want him to stay, whether we kept Kyrie or not. I want him to stay, but I don't expect it. And the reason I don't expect it is because, number one, they got rid of the GM that helped put them together. Mm-hmm. Number one, he don't rock with Dan Gilbert like that, the owner. Right? The owner's a piece of shit. 2, the whole GM thing. 3, in the offseason, the Cavs really weren't active at all. Mm-hmm. You just lost to the Warriors. You've seen all these moves being made to combat the Warriors. Now, I'm not saying that that's what they got to do. I honestly think the rest of the league is making a mistake by trying to build a team to combat with the Warriors. But you guys did nothing. You signed Jose Calderon and Jeff Green. Really? So I'll be pissed about that too. But again, that's part of LeBron's fault. That's part of LeBron's fault because LeBron literally can say, get this man this money, or y'all gonna piss me off and I'm gonna leave. And that's what he did with Tristan Thompson. Now, granted, Tristan Thompson is a key factor in that group, but he got $82 million. $20 million, at least $20 to $30 million of that could have went somewhere else. You know what I mean? It could have went somewhere else. So that's why I say LeBron's partly at fault with that. But then with this now, I'm looking at it. Kyrie's like he don't want to play alongside LeBron. He's like he wants his own squad. I don't think they can build. Anybody can build a team around Kyrie because of the style of play he is. He's not a traditional point guard. He's a shooting guard. If we're being real, he's an undersized shooting guard. And on top of that, I think it's more deeper than what everybody is thinking because of the teams that he picked. He wants to be the man. Okay, fine. But you picked the Spurs, you picked the T-Wolves, Miami, and New York.
His style of play wouldn't even fit in San Antonio.
I remember
I saw the teams that he picked. Miami, you could tell with the other teams.
He can go to Miami and be the man.
He can go to Miami and be the man, but you're literally just going to be the man because who else is in Miami?
You're going to lose this first round of the playoffs.
You see them making playoffs?
If with Kyrie, if they put some bright pieces around in the East,
now they would have to.
Now that everybody's
put
gone,
the right pieces around them for sure.
Everybody's
in the fucking West.
Yeah,
now.
because how I look at it is 2 teams in the East right now: the Cavs and the Celtics. Mm. So yeah, they probably can make a playoff push and be out the first round. Maybe you go to New York. There's no way you go to New York and you think can be playing alongside Melo
because he's definitely out.
Right, you and Chris Stapp can make it to the playoffs. Another first round exit. You go to the Spurs, you're deferring to Kawhi. It's the same situation with LeBron with almost as good player. You go to Minnesota, and you're
Pop's
deferring,
not having that flashy play.
Right. You go to Minnesota, and you're deferring to Cat and Jimmy Butler. So really, what was the motive behind it? I don't understand why he chose now. You know what I mean? That's my major thing. But again, more power to him. If you want to go off, then go off. At this point, it'll be a miracle. I'm already putting myself in rebuilding mode. I'm in rebuilding mode. We rebuilding right now. We rebuilding. This is the first time I think in history where a team is in rebuild mode and we will make the finals next year. I don't think another team, because the Celtics is not going to beat us in a 7-game series. Period.
Well, yeah, okay. Well, now that I agree with you. I agree that when you put it like that, considering who's in the East, I can see that being the case. Granted, LeBron is the heartbeat of that team, but Kyrie was the lungs. He was the breath. You know what I'm saying? In the team, like when LeBron wasn't doing it, it was Kyrie. Mm-hmm. When LeBron was doing it, it was Kyrie. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? No one was really like at this point. Now, who steps up in that position? Y'all never got y'all backup that y'all been begging for.
No, I mean with the rumors of paper needs D Rose, but honestly, I think what happens now is. And this is me going into the mind that we don't have a point guard at the moment. Mm-hmm. LeBron goes back to the days of old in a sense.
even though LeBron is the greatest player in the league, we've also seen that it takes a solid team to make LeBron a champion.
Absolutely. Again, I never said we would win the finals. I just said we was getting
You
there.
said we getting
I never one bit said we would win. But again, I'm curious on to know why he did this. You know what I mean? And then
exactly that. He wanted his own team.
And honestly, this is what I see is going to happen. I see a trade. I think he's going to get to New York, and he's from New York. Mm-hmm. I think he gets to New York. We get Melo and some draft picks. I think D-Wade gets a buyout, comes on over, veteran minimum, just to say he playing with Melo and Bron, they boys. Mm-hmm. And then we're stuck with Kevin Love rebuilding around because they all leave. That's what I think happens.
Well, that's a lot of fucking building. The only person you got is K Love.
That's what I think. And look, at this point, we might
have
to trade him just to rebuild completely.
Completely, just start from the ground up.
Yeah, that's what I see happening at this point. Like I said, I'm in rebuild mode. I was Kyrie, honestly, I would wait till LeBron leave, and then you get exactly what you want. You the man.
But so, are we sure LeBron's going to be leaving soon?
I don't know. Well, I think he's going to leave. In my heart of hearts, I think he's going to leave. But at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if after this whole thing and they said that Kyrie or LeBron was devastated, that he'd be like, fuck this nigga. Or you want to leave? And I was going to leave. I'm going to stay here a couple more years. You know what I mean?
You know what? At this point, I kind of feel like LeBron's going to do that.
He might.
Because y'all are already pissed that Kyrie's leaving. And y'all were already cool with accepting that LeBron is going to leave. Mm-hmm. LeBron leaving immediately after Kyrie, now it feels like you're being abandoned. Mm-hmm. That's going to take it to an entirely different level. This may bring back the original LeBron heat of when he left. No matter how he goes, if he goes about it a completely different way, I can definitely see that heat being reestablished. Because once you lose Kyrie, you lose a very big piece. And like you said, you'll make it to the finals, and you may or may not win.
Right.
Now, LeBron leaves immediately after that. Now you're taking it personal. Now it's like, are you serious? Oh, now you want to be out? Okay.
Right,
because it's right back to him being Cleveland Cavaliers.
Right, he could do kind of what Westbrook did when KD left. He could be like, shit, was gonna leave, but Westbrook, but KD got me beforehand. So what I'll do
there was all kind of conversation of Westbrook leaving, and then KD left.
Right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stay here a couple more years, and then leave after that. So y'all can't be mad at me for leaving.
I think the only way that LeBron can get out without having too much backlash, he got to get y'all another ring.
Yeah, that is a way. The only reason I say he could do the latter, like the statement that I just made, because at the end of the day, they know how much it takes to win a ring, especially going against that stacked Warriors team. You need a Kyrie or somebody that can halfway fill the void. But if he stays a year, 2 years, and then leaves to where he still got some good playing time left in him to go chase a ring,
that was my exact point. He's 32. You think he's going to give a substantial amount of years, but by the time he gets to the point
that's what I'm saying.
Age is going to be a factor in his trade value?
That's what I'm saying. He could stay 2 years because he'd be 34, and being that LeBron's a freak of nature, he can very well still play out of it. Being that he has the ability to pass the way he does, he'll have the ability to have a long career. You know what I mean? So he can stay 2 years, leave to a team that's in ring contention or maybe needs that little piece. LeBron can be that extra piece and still go battle for a ring, and saves the fact that the Kyrie left thing and you leave after. Fans will be looking at, you know what, you got us a ring. You stay when this dickhead Kyrie left. We good, Brian. He could go. I don't think he necessarily has to win another ring for him. Now, that'd be great. It'd be a big FU if he does. I'm
talking about in the sense that now, like, if he has some more time, then I can see how it's like, okay, you did all you could. We understand because now once y'all welcome him back, y'all start understanding why he left. Now niggas actually defend LeBron by saying why he left. So I think there'll be more understanding with time. But I'm talking about if he leaves in the timetable that people have been predicting, then it's like you might want to leave with a ring.
Oh, on that standpoint,
that's what I'm talking
hypothetically,
about.
If we win next year, then LeBron say he out, then they'll be like, all right.
Appreciate it. We got two.
We good.
You know what I'm saying?
Good.
So we good.
But if we lose or if we lost,
and then you just left.
Oh,
but
well,
they're gonna destroy him.
Shit.
That's the if he leaves in the time that everyone's talking about, they're gonna destroy him.
Right.
And without giving him one more ring, they're gonna destroy him.
Yeah. I agree with you on that. So in the world of me, in addition to my shitty and depressing week, finding out Kyrie leaving, that didn't sit well. So, but it is what it is. We'll see what happens. I should have went to the league.
Yeah, ultimately, me too. Average my 3 points, my 68 blocks a game.
Hey, if you average 68 blocks a game, then you ain't got to score.
A game. Now, 68.
You ain't got to score. You do that.
Tell people where to find you.
On Twitter, _Hollywood Kev. Same with my Instagram. I'm on Snap too. Same tagline, except the E in Kev is a 3.
At Big Los UTC. Follow me on Facebook. Snapchat me. Snap me.
Snap you.
BeatNetworkOnline.com. BeatNetworkOnline.com/merch. Get you guys some official Beat Network material. Make sure y'all keep tuning in to all the shows. Make sure y'all check out the new episode of Pillow Talk. Sin in the City.
Talk.
You know, hear some of that freakness. They talking about blowjobs, y'all. Get in there and go listen. And always remember that R. Kelly has a sex dungeon and Usher has herpes.
And OJ free.
And OJ is free. And Kevin didn't do it. Oh man, that whole last part is just the ultimate petty because Usher really does have herpes. As always, we appreciate you guys tuning in. As always, we appreciate your support. And as always, it's Big Los.
Hollywood Kev.
It's the Noize.